Hi, my name is Julia Brine, and I want to ask you a question. How many times have you held something in for so long that you feel like you're going to burst? How many times have you hidden how you really feel in order to make someone else happy? How many times have you shied away from speaking up at the dinner table, at the boardroom table, at the doctor's office, in front of your husband, your wife? How many times have you held back in order to avoid feeling pain, in order to avoid being vulnerable, in order to avoid actually asking for what you want? Many of us do this, myself included. I've spent years doing it, repressing anger, frustration, never asking for what I really want. Many of the reasons that we do this, they look like poor boundaries. They look like not actually having a practice of doing this or being shown how to do it from a young age. It also looks like a lack of self-awareness. Once we have been in this habit for a long period of time, we actually tend to forget how to express those things. The more natural habit is to shove it all down. I know I've been there. I've done it for so long to the point that my body said no, and I got sick. I had to drastically change how I thought, felt, and expressed myself in order to exist in my life. So that's why on November 17th at the Dream Candy Space, I'm going to be hosting a workshop for women, where we are going to hold one another in that space. There's going to be an accountability aspect where we're going to be given the opportunity to share the things that have been stuck inside. Now, that may sound a little scary, and I get it, because when we're not in the practice of being vulnerable, especially in front of other people, the thought alone can bring up fear. That's why I want to bring everyone into this space and start slowly. We'll begin with a low, slow-paced yoga class to invite in a feeling and awareness, self-awareness of what's happening in our body. So much of our repression, fear, any of it is held inside of our bodies. So we'll start by shifting some of that around. We'll move into some really gentle, beautiful sharing group exercises. And then we'll shift into some deeper sharing and vulnerability, accountability, and possibility that comes from being in a group of other women who are holding that space for you. It is absolutely magical. And it is my great honor, and I am humbled to host this space for everyone. The best part about this is that we're going to do really fun exercise at the end of self-love exercise that's going to follow you after you leave. That's my favorite part. I don't like the fun to end right at the end of the workshop. I want to have a little surprise later on for everyone. Another great part about this workshop that I'm hosting, this is me, an opportunity of self-love, self-awareness, and vulnerability for women, is that we're going to be hosting it at the Dream Candy Space. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Dream Candy. This organization is absolutely something that is so dear to my heart, and run and been built over the last 2 years by two amazing women who have given everything they can to make this project get off the ground and run and be an integral part of their community. The word Dream Candy is literally coined as a thing. DL has shared with me that kids will come and tell her that they've shared in school, "That's not very Dream Candy of you." How amazing and cute is that? Dream Candy is an organization that focuses on instilling the values of mindfulness, kindness, self-love, and self-awareness in children, starting young so they don't have to grow up and all of a sudden be 30, 25, 45, 55, and plus having to try to learn how to use those skills again, how to use those muscles again, that self-awareness, creating it into the foundation of them as children. Dream Candy, their drop-in rates are $1,600 for this year alone. Isn't that amazing? the really cool part about this is obviously it's a nonprofit organization. These kids are coming in for small donations and sometimes free, getting to experience after school programs, fun activities like Halloween parties, and they do the things all the time where families are invited as well. Now, these kids are taking what they're learning, these acts of kindness, self-awareness, they're bringing them back into their classrooms. They're bringing them back into their families. They're teaching their parents, they're teaching their teachers on how to be kind to themselves and kind to others, how to use meditation to regulate anxiety. These kids who might otherwise end up being diagnosed with something and given medication for something they don't necessarily need are learning how to self-regulate using mindfulness techniques. This is the change that we need. 30% of your ticket sale for this workshop goes to this organization. It goes to fund the space, to fund the materials, to make it so these kids in this community can come and not have to worry about being able to pay for it. They can come and get these amazing meditation, mindfulness, kindness techniques and experiences that they need to grow and to be healthy adults. And it is my pleasure to offer this workshop in that space and offer the 30% to funding more of the amazingness that Dream Candy makes and creates in this world. Click the Eventbrite link below and you'll be taken to where you can purchase your tickets. Tickets are $40 a person, and again, 30% of that goes back to Dream Candy. I really hope to see you there. November 17th, 1 to 4, we'll be in the Dream Candy space, which is the most exciting and beautiful space you'll be in ever. It's so much fun. I really hope to have a wonderful group of women come so we can explore what it means to actually have self-love, what it means to actually speak your truth and ask for what you want.